Another point, all the wealthiest people in the world made tons of money, made their fortune from real estate. So we should all go into real estate. We emulate them, right? So we should go into real estate. This is a posting by one of my friends who said, the region's 20th wealthiest families are worth 600 over billion. Their fortunes related to properties. So the vision is clear. Now we chiong, because these families derive the bulk of their fortunes from real estate. Is it true? Did they make money from real estate? Did real estate make them rich? Or did they buy real estate after they become rich? Again, don't put the cart before the horse. Let's look around. If wealthiest people really came from real estate, our education system has failed us, right? Because from play school, our children should be playing with Lego bricks. Instead of the plasticine and the Play-Doh, we must ask them to mix cement and concrete. Children should be taught to build and develop properties. Then primary and secondary schools must begin teaching real estate finance and investment. So what for you have got the Singapore Institute of Technology? It is not property. Or Singapore University of Technology and Design. We should have SIP, Singapore Institute of Property, and Singapore University of Property and Design. Then you combine these two schools together, it becomes STUPID, Singapore Technology University Property Institute Development, or stupid. These are the top people on the Forbes list in each continent. Oil and gas, minerals and mining, Australia. Cement, sugar, flour, salt in Africa. Jeff Bezos from Amazon, technology. Then food and beverage. And then travel. Well, I don't know why they classify him under Antarctica. But the only person with the real estate word mentioned here is Mr. Ortega, who is owner of Zara. After he made money from fashion, he bought a few prominent buildings and he bought prominent hotels, but it was after he became a billionaire, then the word real estate got attached to his name. The rest of them made money first, then they bought their big houses. In Singapore, who is Singapore's richest? Hai Di Lao now, right? Is that real estate? Before Mr. Hai Di Lao, who is the richest one? Ng family, Far East organization. What started them becoming so rich? Soya sauce. Mr. Ng Teng Fong's father was in the business of sauces, food sauces. Okay, so not everybody, I mean, and we've got many rich families who are in banking, who are also in technology, and then after that they started to invest in real estate. So please, any property agent friends of mine who are telling you that you get rich by buying real estate, sorry, please show them my chart. One more myth, better buy than rent. If you don't buy, your landlord will evict you. US study on all the 50 states in the US showing how much contribution to monthly mortgage versus contribution to monthly rent. And because the blue bars are longer, they say that the monthly rental payments are higher. Monthly payments are higher than the mortgage payments. Therefore, renting is more expensive than buying, so it's better to buy. They calculated monthly mortgage. They didn't calculate how much money it takes to own a home. Property tax not counted. Monthly maintenance fees not counted. So this type of very skewed interpretation, the chart looks beautiful, but is it meaningful to you? If you sat down and go through a spreadsheet and be fair with yourself, renting and reinvesting your savings, because when you pay rent, you didn't have to pay a down payment. That portion that is your down payment can be reinvested properly. when you rent, you didn't have to pay. At that time, I calculated 3% stamp duty. Now, stamp duty is 4% for above $1 million Sing dollars of purchase. That 4% stamp duty is equal to your 2 years of rental. So if you understand cash flow, you understand time value of money, you understand that money taken out today is more expensive than money that you take out in 2 or 3 or 5 years time, right? But you're paying up so much acquisition costs first. So this was an article that I jointly wrote with Mr. Paul Ho. And we published it in Edge Prop. And we gave a detailed breakdown comparing a 4-year rental of Garden Vista versus a purchase of Garden Vista and holding it for 4 years. And for the first 4 years, it is still cheaper to rent because of all these upfront costs. And most of us forgot one very important cost item. CPF that you use for your down payment and CPF that you use for your monthly payment failed to earn you 2.5% of interest income from the government. You're willing to forego 2.5% of income in exchange for a bank expense of 2%. You really know how to calculate, right? The final myth that I'm busting today. We can own multiple properties with no money down. Wow. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait, okay? You try telling that to the Sentosa Cove people. Buy real estate and wait. I have been waiting for 10 years. They all smile, very happy that yes, there is a secret nobody has told you before. You can buy property with no money. This one is an advertisement with no money. The next one is an advertisement with Singapore properties. So instead of no money, they say little to no money. Okay, so the word little appears whenever they mention that it's Singapore properties. So how do you own multiple properties with no money down? Back, borrow or steal? In fact, that's one of the recommended strategies. They recommend that you borrow from your friends and family to invest. Steady. But I'll show you one method of buying with no money down. 0% down payment and you get cash back. Not only do you take zero money out, you receive cash in return. Whoa. With this cash back, better still, use this cash to buy something else. Okay? But never mind. New launch, 550,000 ringgit in Bukit Jalil, not bad location. 13% rebate, 100% loan, 0% down payment. So I wrote about this and I published it with Vina on Property Soul on her blog. I explained how it is done. This example is the one that I gave in a relatively good location in Johor, just after the Woodlands Causeway, less than 30 minutes. On a good day, this one has a traffic jam. On a good day, it will be 20 minutes or 15 if it is late at night when there's no traffic. The price of the purchase was 772,000. They gave a discount of 20,000. Even though developer gave me a discount of 20%, the bank was willing to loan me 80% of the purchase price. So, I'm taking 100% bank loan effectively. And the bank loan would have been over 15 years, 12 months. And so I would have paid 846,000. My loan principal is 618,000. So my interest expenses are 228,000, okay? Remember the price of the property, 772,000. This property, freehold, 2 bedroom, 2 baths, 1,000 square feet. Taman Molek. It is on auction because of foreclosure sales. This year in March, it was for auction at 307,000. 1,000 square feet, 307,000. During auction, I think it couldn't sell. There is on auction in October, 262,000 ringgit. What was the purchase price?
772.
auction price at 262,000, no takers, and the previous guy purchased at 772 with a huge discount, and now he has a loan of 618,000. His loan of 618,000, he go and flog off this property at the auction at 262, no taker. How deep underwater is underwater? Deeper and deeper. So let's watch this over the next few months. So I just posted this up to remind you, the loan is 618,000. This guy is trying to auction it himself, same size, same 2-bedroom, same development. So do you want to own multiple properties with no money down? Good. One more stone to drag you down deeper into the water. Malaysia government is considering now because of 51,000 unsold properties in Johor, they are considering to cut the 1 million threshold for foreigners. So foreigners, if will be allowed to buy at 600,000, a lot of the properties at 1 million ringgit will be discounted down to 700,000, 800,000. Those at lower than it will have to discount themselves further. So many of the buyers from 3 years ago already lost on the ringgit. Ringgit was 250, now ringgit is 3. And they are going to lose one more round when the government cuts the 1 million to 600,000. But we got MM2H, we opened the doors, they will all come. Malaysia, my second home scheme. Sorry, this one is a bit tight. Since the first year in 2002 until last year 2018, a total of 42,000 applicants. What was Singapore's population growth last year? Just now I said 31.9 thousand plus 33,000. We grew 60 over thousand, right? But of course, ours include foreign workers. Here, this is over a period of 17 years, and they had 42,000 over 17 years. And it includes renewals of the people from the first 10 years. So on average, each year, just under 3,000. 3,000. Some of them are families. So is the MM2H, when you open wide your doors, many people will be flooding in, a successful scheme? Are people really flooding in? So let's recall what are the points about the myths in real estate. I'm sorry for calling it old wives' tale. So the myths in real estate. Singapore is land scarce. Buy property, sure make. If you open the doors, they will flood in. Will they flood in? Real estate is a hedge against inflation. The wealthiest people make their fortunes from real estate, so we must chong and follow them. It's better to buy than to rent. And you can own multiple properties with no money down. So I hope I've given you enough bullets to understand that these are really old wives' tales, but this is not an old wives' tale. If you are really interested to invest in real estate, pay a trustworthy agent to advise you. Okay, please keep in touch with me on Instagram or on my Facebook or on my LinkedIn. Thank you very much.